And welcome back, everybody. Crypto Hawk Show. I'm starting super early, like 45 minutes early. I already know it's going to throw everybody off, but it's like I got you on my open phone and the bait on the TV. Oh, well, those guys are better at being master debaters than me. So I'm going to let them have it if they win. They're the best ones. Master debaters. Okay. Oh, I got to compete against the Kamala Harris thing. Okay, we'll have probably 10 people here tonight, but that's okay. You got to watch the Donald. Oh man, and then I got the other one.
For every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated.
Yeah. And we got Goldfinger. Yep. So I got the three wise men, and then this is the Godfather, right there. So I keep that one over here on my right, your left, my right. I got the three of them standing guard. I put them on top of my Epson printer. All right. What are you drinking tonight? Probably some Patron Silver. I am about halfway done with tomorrow morning's show, and that's for show. I've been working on it today. Today I've been working on tomorrow morning show. How about that one? When the show is over, I'm going to spend about an hour and a half because I've already put in an hour looking for news for tomorrow. So tonight, after this show, I'll put in an hour and a half, get all the articles lined up, find the evidence, make my short videos, post them, talk to people a little bit here and there, eliminate spam and shit, go to sleep. If you're not early, you're late. Never late. Okay, so I joined the Army at 39. In 2009, I want to say September, I joined the Army. I was 39 years old. I knew I had a few years, good years left in me where I can still take a ass whooping and shit. And I'm a little older now. I can't do that shit no more. But I was 39, got out in 2014, let's say January. So I've been out about 10 years. In January to be 11 years, I've been out of the military. I'm going to tell you something. It was the hardest fucking thing I've ever done in my life. The Army's not there to make it easy. They're there to give you an opportunity to get all kinds of fucked up. But I'll tell you what, if you ask the drill sergeants for help, like in basic, at some points I needed some help. And I told them, like when it came time for the run, we had to run agony, misery, and heartbreak or heartache. And it was at Fort Knox, Kentucky. I wasn't going to graduate. I had all the guys. I told them all the guys. They chipped in. I said, "Hey, give me your caffeine, that coffee drink shit." And I got like a thermos of it, and that was my water canteen. And I drank some before this event because I'm going to need all the boost I can get. Now I was the oldest guy in there. They didn't want to see me flunk. I'll give it something to the Army guys. A lot of them gave me a lot of shit for being 39. But I'll tell you what, when push came to shove, they didn't want to see me fail. I was like, damn. So everyone's like, hey, give Crypto Hulk that fucking coffee. So they'd start snatching other people's coffee. And some dude's like, hey, I'm going to drink that. Like, no, this dude needs it. He needs to pass. And they fucking gave me all that shit. And I was kind of right near the end. I had about 2 miles to go. And the drill sergeants, I remember, I'll never forget this. They were just like, get in the truck. Because I was limping so bad. I had plantar fasciitis. I was so tired and exhausted. Yeah, no, I'm literally limping for 2 miles. I'm breathing heavy. I'm probably looking pale. I'm naturally white, but I think I was looking a lot whiter that day. And the drill sergeant knew I was going to probably have a coronary or something, right? They're really afraid of that. I mean, you're pushing 39, 40. you're getting kind of up there for a heart attack. 'Cause the Army, they don't make it easy. They make that shit as fucking hard as they can to weed out weaklings. And I was, I, I was close to giving up. They kept saying, "Hey, just get in the truck. You can recycle and come back again." No, you know what they're gonna do with me? Because I'm 39. They're sending me home, loser. I said, "Drill sergeant, I will fucking die right here before I'm getting in that truck." I said, "I would rather go home in a fucking casket than go home a fucking giver upper." I said, "I'm not getting in the truck." "Come on, private, da da da. You got to. Da, da, you can do this. It's not the end of the world." He doesn't know who he's talking to. I didn't join that army to fail. I joined that army to be the best I could be. Whether I was the slowest guy and I was the slowest motherfucker, I was the last one out of, I don't know, hundreds of cadets. I was the last one. The slowest dude. I was big. I was about 260, the oldest. And right near the end, drill sergeant swooped up. I remember, swooped up behind me, put my arm around his, said, "Private," a fast one. He said, he told another drill sergeant, "Go get private, whatever, and bring him back here." This dude was like way up ahead of me. They brought him back, and I put my arm around him, and they kind of helped me make it for like 2 miles. And I'm like, "Fuck, dude." That was the first time in my life I'd really seen teamwork. Like, I will never forget it to this day. One of the Army mottos we got to remember is "No soldier left. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I will never give up." That kind of stuff. And I was 39 at that age, and I've worked in police work. I worked at the federal level, and I'm not going to say where. A couple different federal agencies. I worked at the state level and all that. I worked around, but that was the first time I'm like, "Whoa, this Army shit's fucking real. This shit's real." I was shocked. But that drill sergeant knew I'm gonna fucking die. He knew this, and everybody's a private, and you go through boot camp. Then when you go to AIT, I was a specialist, so everybody's a private. But he's like, "This private's not." I'm sure he talked to the older. We had an older drill sergeant who was about my age. He was a sergeant first class. He was 39 or something. I'm pretty sure he was my age. And they're probably talking to each other, "Hey, this motherfucker, it's on you if he dies." And the other one's like, "No, it's on both of us, dude. This motherfucker, he says he will die and go home in a casket before he will get on the truck." Hopefully they let his ass recycle again with another boot camp. They're not going to do it with a 39-year-old guy. I already knew. They were just trying to save themselves from having to end up going to Leavenworth prison because a private died on a run. But they knew. See, this is how I am. I tell the story to show you how I am. When it comes to my crypto investing, I will borrow whatever it takes. I'm not concerned on how to pay that fucking shit back. It's somebody else's money. Let the banks deal with it. Let the bankruptcy courts deal with it. Hopefully that don't happen. But I'm going to get my crypto. I'm going to get my gold, silver, whatever. And I am not going to fucking lose out on this shit. When I got my crypto, I borrowed all the money needed. It was 2 months worth of pay. Took me like a year and a half or something-ish to pay it off. Maybe a year. I don't remember exactly. But I was making payments every month. Now, I thought XRP, it was at 15 cents. I'm like, "Oh shit, it's going to go to $10,000. Was I wrong?" Yeah. But was I right in what I did to get the crypto at 15 to 25 cents? Yeah, fucking sir. That's what I did. Now I'm going after this gold. I'm going to swoop up this gold. It's probably going to take me until summer. I'm in the United States, so right now it's September. So summer is like around June. I'm going to swoop in and get this gold and silver one last time. I think it's going to take off. Now, I sell silver and gold coins. I don't make any money off that shit. So I sell it, and I'm recommending you do whatever you got to do to get it. And you can find it on my channel. Go to the video tab, click on it. You'll see the video right there. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Look 5 inches over in the middle where it says more. Click on that. There's a drop down. But that's just how I am. I'm going to accomplish what I need to get. That's why I said I'm going to get to this boot camp or I'm going to be 6 feet under. He knew I was serious. 39-year-old guy. I'm not joking around. I'm sure he probably laughed at first, but then he's like, you're serious. I'm sure I can't remember the exact conversation. I was in a lot of pain. I was feeling like shit. And I told myself I will fucking die on this rucksack march before I go home a fucking loser. Just I'm not going home alive. That's just how I am. When I make a decision up to go through a boot camp, I said to myself, I will get to this boot camp or I am not coming home. I'm not going to be that old 39-year-old loser guy. Not going to happen. So luckily my body didn't give out and I still had some pep in my step and I made it with the help of two guys that got me through. I think they switched out too. They switched out 2, 3, 4 cadets on each side because I'm kind of heavy. Um, but yeah, man, it's pretty wild. Private Parts reporting for duty, so Stephen Morris. Not right now. First 5 people on the show. So now it's about 6 o'clock almost, 5 minutes till. Hanglish is 1. XRP Flea, Jeremy the Great, Jersey Kathy. See you tonight for another episode of The Big Lies. Oh, my name's Crypto Hulk. Not a financial advisor. Biggest liar on YouTube. I snort at least 1 to 2 lines of cocaine every show. I drink about 4 or 5 shots of whiskey. And I think I snorted just a tad bit of methamphetamine. So if you think I'm giving you financial advice, legally I'm telling you I'm under the influence every single show. So any advice I would give you is inadmissible in court. There you go. Covered myself. MC Prosperity showed up here. We got Michael Gilbert. Thank you very much there, buddy. Facts, YT100, get 'em, Hulk. So, Michael, if you're having issues with the channel, it sucks. Look, complain every day for a week. If that don't help, I'll give it to this YouTube person I kind of work with. If that don't help, just change your name on the channel, change your email, change your payment method, get somebody else's payment method. Sorry about that, but it's just, we're dealing, it's not going to be easy. These fucks running the platform want all of you broke. Just letting you know, they've been fucking with me for 4.5 years. I've been dealing with this shit for 4.5 fucking years. That's why right now I got 68 people on my show instead of 6,800. Okay, I'm paying a price every day by being who I am. I could change the name of my channel, change my email, and all that other bullshit stuff, and just not talk about anything important. Do a lot of spammy shit, misguide people. Oh, I'll have a fuck ton of people on my show, but that goes against who I am and how I was raised and what I think is right and wrong. So, and then when I die, I don't want to come back as a pile of shit, even though I don't believe in reincarnation. But I'm just saying, some people do, and they believe if they do bad shit, they're gonna come back as a grasshopper or so. I don't know. I've had it, with all these channels and this fucking lie and trickery, and they can't tell you certain truth. I am just who I am. I tell you different stories about my past so you can see what makes me who I am right now. When I decide to do something, I don't care. Like, I thought very clearly before I joined the United States Army, and I thought very clearly before I got in boot camp, if I don't make it in a run, I will fucking die rather than go home a loser. I just told you, when I think of stuff, after that, consequences are done. I've already thought about consequences and all kinds of shit that I've done. I make a decision, I'm going for it. I already know some of the consequences from the shit I had is jail time, multiple felonies I've had to perform at different times in my life. I don't care. I consider the consequence, think about ramifications, how it's going to affect family, friends, and then I just fucking do it. That's what makes me me. Don't be like me. All right, I'm just telling you how I think. So if you want to make a decision, well, what would Crypto Hulk do? He would probably do this and that and the other. Okay, well, my friend does this. My dad says to do that. I'm just one of your people in your life that helps you make a decision. That's all. I'm not that one person. You need to have different viewpoints. Don't have me as a viewpoint. I'm an extreme type of person, okay? I'm pretty much like this on the show and off the show. People meet me. I met one guy locally around here who's a fan, and he's like, dude, you're just like, I was in the grocery store and shit. He's like, you're the same way on the TV as you are in public. I mean, that's just how I am. he's like, don't you ever lighten up? He's trying to crack jokes, and I'm just like how I am. And he's like, you're the same you're the same fucking way on the show. I said, yeah. I said, I'm just showing you guys this is who I am, not like some special, different, good person. Just this is just who I am. And some people think, oh, well, maybe he's gonna be like this and he can crack jokes off the show. I mean, no, I don't do that. I'm just like this. Okay, so enough of that sentimental shit. Let's get into what the fuck is going on in crypto, Crypto Hulk. How are they fooling us today? Because that's what I see. Wait, Michael Gilbert, that's why I jumped out of helicopters and perfectly good airplanes. Oh, that's one thing. Okay. I'm not going to ever go skydiving. I'm not doing a bungee cord anywhere off a bridge in Vegas. No, I'm not going on a fucking Ferris wheel. I'm staying close to the ground. But here's another thing. It's weird. I'll go 170 on my sport bike down the freeway. That shit don't scare. Well, right around 170, I start getting afraid. I'll admit. It takes about 170. And then I'm like, fuck, that could get me killed. But I'm not jumping out. I like staying low to the ground. I can't go up a ladder, an 8-foot ladder or something, and then stand up on the tip top and then balance. Even with nothing in my hands, just balance. I'm not doing that. I'll go on a ladder and go up 3 feet. And as long as someone's holding on the ladder and they start going up 4 or 5 feet, no. Get me on a sport bike. I'm fine. I can shoot down the freeway 140, 50. Not an issue. Not even afraid of all. That's actually fun. All right. Let's go. Boy, Jove. Brazil's picks. Let's go to Brazil and let's explore. Hold on a minute. This article. Kidding me? Like, are you fucking with me? Here's this article here. Let me do a copy paste. We're going to go over BRICS. And I'm going to show you who BRICS is. This PICS thing, it's not a secret. I kind of fibbed on the clickbait ad that I made. At least I told you. Here it is. Brazil's PICS. It's going to overtake credit cards in e-commerce as soon as 2025, the study shows. Sao Paulo, Brazil, that's where Ripple has a headquarters, and that's also the capital of Brazil, St. Paul. Brazil's instant payment system, PIX, which is made by Ripple. I just want to put that out there. I'll show you my evidence later. What PIX is, it's a government. We'll get into this. I'll show you the evidence, the report that I skimmed through for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. I spent about 30 minutes putting together this Brazil article stuff for you. In Brazil, it's kind of communist, all right? I can see now why they're doing this shit with Elon Musk. Brazil is a government that's very, very heavy-handed from the report that I read. They got the crypto early, like 2013, 14. They're getting jiggy with it with Ripple back maybe when Will Smith was singing some of that shit. 2013. Well, at least the song was still popular somewhat. But Brazil, from what I'm just recanting what I remembered or recalling. Recanting is when you undo something you said, but I used the wrong adjective. Or is that the verb? It's definitely a verb. Brazil doesn't want competition. The government doesn't want competition. They want to control everything and this and that. They had an issue at first when they got with crypto because it comes from private entities. So they kind of had to work with private entities. Here's the problem with Brazil's PIX. And I don't think right now in America, we're 50-50. Half the country wants to be communist. And they expect everything to be given to them by people that work hard. We call them rich people. I call them people that work hard to invent shit these other poor dumb shits can't figure out. I'm not rich myself. I'm not sticking up for rich people. I don't know anybody who's rich. The whole family's poor. I'm just telling you how I see it. Rich people, like what's his face, the guy that owns Amazon. Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg just bought a $300 million yacht. Okay, you know what? These people figure out shit we never can. That's why Kamala Harris is like, well, what is has been, and what will be, will be. And she's like, some people start off at different levels, but we all need to come to the same level at the end. No, we don't. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? That's not America. That's some communist dumb shit somebody's been teaching her while she's smoking marijuana, getting her little foo-foo sucked by her girlfriend, okay? What we got going on is some people are really fucking smart and imaginative, and they can come up with shit that's amazing. Poor people can't. That's why they're poor. So that's my little spiel. Let me get back on this. But that's what's going on in Brazil. The government comes in, straight up communist. They can call themselves not, but they are. They got rid of all the competition, but they picked some crypto companies, and this PIX is a government payment system. And if there is some private enterprise in it, the government is right over there like flies on horse shit, watching every single damn thing that's going on. And the minute they get a little bit out of line, boom, they get hit with the chocolate. Okay? That's what happens. This is what's going on in Brazil. Don't let it fool you about all this. Oh, yeah, we're not communists. Yes, you are. I read the fucking article, and I'm going to show you it. You can read it, too, and you're like, yep, they're communist. Just because they don't go by the name communist, you know, just like look at Joe Biden. We all know he's special needs. Alzheimer'd out to like a motherfucker stuff. Okay. He may not fit the textbook definition. By now he does. But it's like, it doesn't matter. We all just know something. Joe Biden's kind of special. Okay. Special needs and not good. So PIX was launched by Brazil's central bank in 2020. See, this all fits because I'm going to show you evidence where Ripple was in there 2014. That gives them 6 years, okay, to come up with a PIX system. It's quickly becoming one of the most used tools for money transfers, instant settlement transactions. This is what you get when Ripple and certain tech companies, Apple and so forth, they had what they call a working group, or the BCB, Banco Central de Brazil working group. And in that working group, you had Ripple and all these other people, okay? That's who made PIX. Brazilian government just didn't pull it out their ass and say, okay, we're going to do this. Look, they have no technology there. Ripple went into Brazil 2014. That's when all this shit started. I'll show you the evidence here in just a minute. So here's this article. I'm going to let it go for the sake of saving time. I'm going to click out of that one. And now we're going to the next one. My computer is slow because I got 3 million windows open. But I'm clicking out of each one as I do it. Okay, copy and a paste. Let's look. Now, here's your evidence with Brazil. I wonder how many cackles tonight at the debate. Says Stephen Morris. Let's look here. Wait, hold on. Let's go. Here's your next article on Brazil. This is a deep dive we got. Copy and a paste. Hold on. Okay, what do we got here, Crypto Hulk? This is the International Ripple Business Association. The International Ripple Business Association promotes the growth of the Ripple ecosystem. Let's go to the next article. It's the same article. Go to the 6-second mark. 6-second mark. This, what date is this? July 15, 2015. So we know Ripple was in Brazil 2014. This article is showing 2015. Go to the same article. Go to the 26-second mark. 26-second mark. What do you see at the bottom right corner? RIPEX, RIPPEX. That says Brazil. Now, if you look at these other countries, Europe, Panama, New Zealand, Korea, Europe, Israel, China, what are we seeing here? These are all Ripple partners. The International Ripple Business Association was in these different countries in 2014. I'm showing you them right now. Brazil is one of them. So Brazil knows what the fuck is going on. Ripple's been there for 10 years. Now they're going to play dumb and not try to mention anything at all. I'm showing you the evidence here. They don't want anybody to see. Brazil is trying to keep all the shit nice and quiet and not mention nothing. Oh, but that's why Crypto Hulk is so shadow banned, because I know what these fucks are up to. I got the evidence. All right. Look at this article here. This article is a real article. It's from CoinDesk. What's the title? Latin America's latest Ripple gateway launches in Brazil. Oh, when is this date, Crypto Hulk? 2014. Now, I know the page earlier showed 2015. This is 2014. RIPEX is the second gateway in Brazil. It's what it says here. It's the Ripple Gateway. Let's scroll down. Let's go. Scroll down to where it says, here's my favorite, leading the Latin American market. Okay? RIPEX is the second Ripple gateway to enter the Brazilian market, following Ripple LATAM. And you can click on that and read all about Ripple Latin America. Those are two gateways that are in Brazil and all of these countries. Let me name them off. This is 2014, by the way, if not earlier, because remember, RIPEX is the second gateway on-ramp in Brazil. Not number one, Ripple LATAM. They didn't say when Ripple LATAM made it there. Anyhow, here's the partners. Here's the countries. Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Mexico, Peru, and Uruguay. Now, all those countries we just named, they had Ripple on-ramps, gateways, whatever the fuck you want to call them. 2014, if not earlier. So what does this mean is that we're seeing Ripple or Brazil coming out with picks. They're coming out with picks because Ripple's been there since 2014 working on that shit. That's almost 10 years. Look at this article I found. I remember when this happened. Ripple actually met in closed door meetings with the Brazilian government's bank. I remember when that happened, like in 2020. Everybody is guessing. What did they say? What are they talking about? Here's the article. This is from June of 2020. About 4 years ago, everybody. Yeah, buddy. Ripple and Brazil's central bank hold closed meetings to discuss, quote, institutional matters. Ripple continues to expand its presence in Brazil, holding a meeting with officials at the country's central bank. Ripple has a Sao Paulo office, like I said. Ripple's ambitious plans for Latin America. Now, I already showed you the article from 2014. This article's 6 years later. Oh, Crypto Hulk knows how to look. Oh, I can find article. So I'm going to, in 2019, so now we can trace this back 5 years, Luis Antonio Sacco, the general director of Ripple in Brazil, who was also present at the meeting. So we can see what's going on right here. I'm going to drop this article here. Let me get rid of this article so it speeds up my computer. Now, in 2020, I want you to remember, I just read to you, in 2020, Ripple meets with the Central Bank of Brazil, right? 1 year later, in 2021, Brazil comes out with a CBDC. Well, isn't that something? Crypto Hawk, that's just a coincidence, has nothing to do with Ripple. Okay, you're one of those. Brazil Central Bank announces CBDC plan 1 year after meeting Ripple. Oh, now this is from Finance Feeds. This is a reputable news site. I'm not getting into this, but this article here talks about programmable money, Internet of Things, smart contracts, and all these things. This is 1 year after Ripple talks with the Central Bank of Brazil. All of a sudden, they came out with the CBDC. Well, son of a bitch. What a coincidence, huh? Now, right before, so here's this article. I'm going to show you this one. 1 year before Ripple had a secret meeting with Brazil, Ripple posted an office in Sao Paulo, the capital of Brazil, in 2019. Here's that article. Ripple officially launches operations in Brazil. This is 2019. 2020, they have the secret meeting with the Central Bank of Brazil. And then 1 year later, in 2021, just sum the fuck how Brazil comes up with a CBDC. What a fucking coincidence. I'll tell you. I'm sure Ripple had nothing to do with that shit. Now, here is the website for PIX. Let me show you that. The current website. Okay. There's a Banco de Brazil. You can see it. I'm not going to go over it. But you can see that this is clearly a government website deal. I'm going to leave it right there. Now, I have a special website for you. Crypto She-Hulk, if you could verify that this website works, I'm going to send it right now. It's the actual Wayback Machine website. Let me know if it pops up and if it looks legit. Let me check, see if I can see. So just somebody let me know. Oh, Brasilia is the capital of Brazil, but Sao Paulo is the largest city. Okay. Crypto She-Hulk says yes. All right. Now, what I'm looking at is central bank's role. Let me know, does it say the central bank's role? It like kind of like the top of the page that you're looking at. I want to make sure we got the same one. Can you see that like in the top left a little bit? It says central bank's role. Let me know if you see that exact page. Didn't work for me. I'm using like Brave, I guess, Brave browser. Yes, sir. Crypto Fusion. Okay. So some people are going to be able to watch it and some are not. At least I gave you the link. You can go back and find a different browser, a different time if you want, and download it. Okay, here we go. I'm in business now. What we're looking at is a 2021 web page of the Bank of Brazil. It says the central bank's role. I want you to know that this PIX thing is the central bank. This is shit we don't want in America. This is shit the Democrats really, really, really want, okay? This is like government-controlled money. Brazil claims to not be communist. What they do is I think it's like a buffet table. They kind of pick and choose off the communist table what they want, okay? And the Democrats are right there with them. Banco Central de Brazil is the scheme, listen, is the scheme owner of PIX. You have a government payment system, everybody. This is something we do not want in America, at least the Republicans and people in the middle. They don't want this shit. All the communists and everybody at the far left, yeah, they do. The BCB is responsible for the PIX rule book and for the supervision of PIX. Let's scroll down to where it says PICS governance. So you go to manager of the technological infrastructures, then you go to regulator and supervisor, then we go to PICS governance, go to the last 5 words there. Open banking system in Brazil. That's what this kind of whole thing is about. And I didn't like hearing about that shit from England and all that in Europe, this open banking. Oh, it's better for you. And that, no, it's not. This is all fucking government controlled commie shit, okay? This whole open banking dumb shit, that's what all this is. Now, I'm showing you this website here. The first portion of it, well, it's not that much. I'm not going to go through this website except just for that open banking thing because I got more shit to go on. Look right here where it says BCB leadership, PICS forum, and working groups. Let me read some of this. It talks about the Brazilian Payment System Oversight Report 2013. That one I didn't have time to look up. If you look that one up, you're probably going to see a bunch, maybe some Ripple stuff in there or whatever. Then in 2018, to foster the implementation process. That means they're getting it already in 2018. Remember how we showed you all that International Ripple Business Association stuff, 2013, 14. By 2018, that's about 4-5 years later, they're going to then start implementing it and getting to see how it works. It takes about 4 to 5 years. At least it took them because they wanted to control everything. It talks about who helped them, 130 institutions. Let me repeat this again. Around 130 institutions, including associations, banking institutions, payment scheme owners, credit unions, government institutions, financial market infrastructures, fintechs, consultancies, and law offices. Holy shit. See how many people took part in all this PICS thing? PICS is a total government payment system where the government controls all the shit. Slavery, everybody. That's what this shit is right here. Slavery. In 2019, in order to continue the interaction with market agents and potential users, Banco Central de Brazil set up a specific forum, nowadays named PICS Forum, which has about 200 participating institutions. Who made PICS? All these fintechs and governments made PICS. That's who did it, okay? This is a conglomeration of everybody. Now, we know who was there in the very beginning. I showed you. It was Ripple with the International Ripple Business Association. So let me click out of that one. Now, here's kind of like a report. It's a short version of the report. So it's like a synopsis or an abstract. Let me show you this. This one right here is what I spent probably a good 20 to 30 minutes reading, okay? Here is PICS explaining a state-owned fintech. Oh, state-owned. This was published in 2023. All right. It has some important stuff in it. Of course, I was just looking for all the important parts. Let me scroll through it. Look, if you start reading, if you read the abstract in the introduction, you're going to see just what I said. All these 130 companies come in. Notice they don't talk about the early days with Ripple and shit. They're going to make it look like they're using all these companies. It's a state-owned, okay? They talk about how the problems they had because they wanted to keep it a public-owned company, but they wanted private companies to come in to help them, and that kind of created a problem because they didn't want somebody to, do a rug pull or something like that. So that's why it took them so long, like 10 years or whatever, get all this thing running. That's a synopsis of what I read. Let me look through here. I'm going to cherry pick this because I'm not going to spend 30, 45. I could spend 2 hours explaining all this shit. I'm not going to be going through all this. I highlighted a portion of it right here. Okay. Go down where it says the number 3.2, transitional regulatory networks. Go to section 3.2, transitional regulatory networks. Let me read the 2 paragraphs here. Listen, this is very, very important right here. A significant contribution came from the BCB, which is the Brazil Central Bank's involvement in international regulatory forums such as Basel, whatever you call it, and the Financial Stability Board. These are the shot callers of the world, everybody. So what? And let me continue. And the BIS, Basel is working with the BIS. And they're working also with CPMI. So let me show you these connections here, and then we'll go back to the article. Fuck it. Let me read the article first. I'm going to show you all the connections after that. Who we talk about here? Basel. That's owned by the BIS. That's a Ripple partner. Financial Stability Board, they work with Ripple. Okay? These are global agencies that tell countries what to do. Okay? And related network connections. In addition, the raising of awareness of regulators worldwide about the emerging issues in retail instant payments. So if we're dealing with retail, we're also dealing with Stellar, aren't we? Yes, we are. It's not Ethereum. Ethereum's not mixed up in this shit. Just letting you know. It's not Bitcoin either. Now, next paragraph. For these purposes, the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure, CPMI, that's also a division, I believe, of the Bank for International Settlements, which is a Ripple partner. Talks about the CPMI focuses on this and that. Okay. Let's go right here. Let me click out of that. Now, CPMI, who's also working with CPMI? Well, let's take a little look here. Oh, it's the Bank of England. Let's look at that one right there. Bank of England welcomes the release of the BIS Ripple partner, CPMI. Well, it looks like the Bank of England is also working with them as well. And that's great to know because guess what? Ripple did a proof of concept with the Bank of England. So now England knows that Ripple, their shit is legitimate. Let's put that right there. And I'm going to say I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say, this is 2017. The Bank of England knew all about Ripple 7 years ago. That was just about the time CPMI gets involved. Now, let me do a copy paste. There were some banks that did really well with this PIX. Terrence McNamara, thank you very much for tax-free donation channel. In the article right below where I read, in about 4 or 5 inches below, it started, I think, talking about Kayaksa Bank. Okay, well, look what I'm showing you here. Kayaksa Bank is a Ripple partner because Kayaksa Bank is using Accenture. And Accenture is a Ripple partner. That was one of the banks in South America that they said did well with this new payment system. The other banks didn't do so hot. There's the article with Kayaksa Bank. Next, Santander was also mentioned, I believe, in that Brazilian report that I showed you. Santander is a Ripple partner, by the way. Let me show you that proof right there. Now, it's interesting. Now, look at this news right here. The other day, I went over this. Santander, Visa, MasterCard is selected for Brazil's Drex CBDC pilot. What I wanted to show you is this. Look, you guys. Visa and MasterCard are mixed up with PIX, okay? I'm not going to... Wait, do I got that here? Okay, no, I don't have the Visa. I'm not going to show. I've already shown that a gazillion times. Okay, Santander, Ripple partner. Visa, massive Ripple partner. MasterCard, massive Ripple partner. And they're talking about their CBDCs for Brazil. That's who's picks. All these companies are picks, okay? They're not going to come out and say, oh, yeah, Ripple's the best one. No, there's different use cases. You got retail, that's where Stellar's going to fit in. Then Brazil's going to need to link up with their stock market. That's where XDC is going to come in with R3. They didn't mention R3. They're going to use fucking R3. The Swiss Digital Exchange, the SIX Digital Exchange, London Stock Exchange, they're all using XDC's R3 Corda. Well, they're using the R3 Corda platform, and they're using the XDC network, XinFin network, really, the XDC crypto. That's where all this is going. So it's not a surprise with this PIX, all right? Now, here's the BIS, Bank for International Settlements. They were working on PIX. They're a Ripple partner. Ripple's a task force member with them. There's the evidence right here. Bam, there you go. Not a surprise who's working on this PIX. And that'll do it for Brazil. We're done with Brazil. Hoo-wee. That's your little deep dive, all right? So now they talk about these global agencies, Faster Payments Network, whatever, CPMI, BIS, Basel. These are all Ripple partners. Ripple works with all these people, okay? So it's not a surprise in Brazil what it's based on. I'm showing you all the evidence right here. They're doing a good job in keeping it all quiet. Okay, they've done a great job because it's tough. You know, for 4 years, I didn't see shit on Africa, and I didn't see no shit with Brazil. I know that in Brazil, Ripple was there in 2013-14 with Ripple Latam, RipX. They met with the bank, Brazil's bank, in 2019. And in 2020, they come out with a CBDC. Brazil was very, very hush and quiet, I've noticed. I've never really had solid recent stuff, just a lot of older stuff, right? That's why I show you these connections from 10 years ago, because Brazil is like, oh, no, we ain't showing nothing, okay? So that's why sometimes with Brazil, I have to show you shit from 10 years ago. But then we only see glimpses of things. Ripple meets with the Bank of Brazil. And the next year, they come out with CBDs. It's just fucking wild. How did that happen? Because Brazil has kept that shit very quiet, okay? But I showed you the connections on the early day. It started with Ripple, and they've added other people in there to get the job done. Remember, Ripple can't do everything. So you had Stellar had to come in, R3 Corda had to come in, all these, Microsoft shit, fucking Apple and shit. They all had to come in there and help, all right? This was a 130 organization thing, right? Okay. I'm going to tell you what, everybody was probably in there. Okay. Flex RP made it. Okay. Let's go to the next article. PayPal and Venmo. Let's take a look at what the fuck's going on. Copy and a paste right here. Okay. PayPal and Venmo users can now send crypto payment with ENS names. That's Edward, Nora, Sam. The feature available initially for United States users will simplify how users interact with crypto on these platforms. So what is this, Cryptoholic? You got PayPal and Venmo. This is all Visa, Ripple, and all that. I'm going to show you right here in a minute. This is all the stuff with Ethereum kind of stuff because they need the U.S. payment processors, PayPal and Venmo, have added support for Ethereum name service, meaning that people can send crypto payments to ENS usernames instead of that long wallet of random numbers, right? According to a press release from ENS Labs. The new integration simplifies wallet address management and reduces the risk of errors. We are excited to bring ENS naming capabilities directly into the hands of millions of users through Venmo, PayPal Mobile, and PayPal Web. Now, I'm going to show you the evidence. Now, how is it that PayPal and Venmo, and where are they getting all this technology from? Let me show you right here. The article doesn't want to show you, but I'm going to show you. That's my job. Arthur L. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation to the channel. Arthur says, we are light years ahead of all the other channels. Listen to the Hulk show. Right. I'm showing you how all this stuff started. I don't have all the steps. That's one thing I want you to understand. I don't have all the steps. Brazil's a tricky little sucker. So is Africa. I can only come up with certain things. They're hiding it. They don't want us to know all this stuff. Well, let me show you right here with PayPal and Venmo. They don't want you to know. Right here. Here's an article from April. PayPal and Venmo are going to be offering Visa. Oh, now Visa comes in person-to-person payments. This is just what we're talking about with the ENS, right? You're sending it to the person's name. They're doing person-to-person payments. Look right here, Visa. Okay, Visa spent over $1.3 billion on Ripple technology so they can use it. Visa is linked up now with PayPal and Venmo from April. Now I'm reading you an article from September on how PayPal and Venmo are sending the ENS names. Now, how the fuck they doing that? Because they linked up with Visa back a few months ago. And guess what? Western Union's linked up right there. And looky here, Cross River Bank. Go to the I showed this article this morning. Go to the third paragraph. Cross River Bank and Fiserv. Those are early day Ripple partners. Let me show you the proof right here. See, this is how PayPal and Venmo are doing all this shit. Not because they're special, because they're using Ripple technology and Ripple banks. Fiserv and look right here. XLM. So here's an article from Ripple, June, a couple months ago. XRP Ledger with Ethereum virtual machine sidechain, enhancing interoperability with Axelar Bridge. This is how they're getting it all done, everybody. It's not that PayPal is this wonderful thing. No. It's not that Venmo is this wonderful thing. No. It's not that Ethereum's even that wonderful thing. No, no, no. See, Ripple invented something called the Ethereum virtual machine. And they added it to the XRP ledger, is what they did, but they made side chains. So that's how you're able, right here, the Ripple Ethereum virtual machine side chain. The side chain will unlock new opportunities for XRP ledger. See, Ripple was able to utilize this Ethereum virtual machine, bootstrap it, I guess might be the correct term, to the ledger, and then it now interoperates with everything Ethereum. And of course, Ripple has Codius, and that's got smart oracles who tell the smart contracts what to do, who then tell the crypto what to do, okay? So here's all this technology here. And if you drop down a little, it starts talking about Axelar, which is a bridge, and it gets into PeerSys to expand the interoperability. So PeerSys is all involved. Axelar is really helping out a lot of different companies like Uniswap and some other ones. That's kind of out of the scope of my show, and that's for show. Here's another article in case you're interested. Let me shoot that to you right now. There's a lot of connections here. So yeah, we got 10 different articles for each fucking topic. Ripple expands the XRP ledger with Ethereum compatible smart contracts via sidechain, okay? So that's how PayPal and Venmo, they partners with Western Union, Visa, and Ripple Partners, which I'm not going to show again, but it's Cross River Bank and Pfizer. These were like Ripple Partners from 2014. Okay, like 10-year partners. All right, that's how that shit got done. That's the end of that article. Let me check some comments, and then we're going to get into this next little deep dive. It's a deep dive. We got deep dive night tonight. Okay, I'm going to show Gary Gensler and all this fucking Chinese connection shit, which is total illegal. But no one's going to do shit about it because they're the ones who are told by the government. This is a whole nother thing. Let me look at my comments, and then we'll get into the Gary Gensler dumb shit. That's probably going to piss me off. Get him, Stu. I thought it was. Let me start here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Looking for my phone. I don't see it. That's weird. All right, looks like I don't have it for now. Let me continue. All right, Gary Gensler, here we go. Copy and a paste. So what we got going on here is Gary Gensler, listen to this, he cock blocks every American tech business. What Gary does is he gives green lights to Chinese businesses. There's something, this article, I have to click back in it again. Let's see if it'll work. Now they're blocking me. I can only get the first paragraph now. The SEC and FINRA make T0. There's a company called T0. It's a lowercase t and then capital Z, ERO. The second recipient of a special crypto license following controversial Prometheum approval. Okay, here's what we got going on. We got this no-name company called Prometheum. They haven't done shit, but they're Chinese. They have connection with Wang Zhang, who has connection with Ethereum. Oh, and Wang Zhang is, guess what? A Chinese-owned company. Oh, damn. They get a special purpose license. Oh, they get one. Nobody else does, not Ripple. Nobody except the Chinese company. And then T0 just gets one. And everybody in the world's like, what the fuck's T0? Like, who are they? We know who they are. But like what have they really done? Like nothing. But they get the license. And now Gary Gensler's in the hot seat. Why are we allowing a Chinese company? This other one might be Chinese too. I don't know. It's definitely a no-name company. How the fuck do they get the special purpose dealer license? These things, like, the Chinese company was the first one ever to get it. And they're linked straight up to China. Let's look right here, Wang Zhang. We've already done this before, but let's look at it again. Let me do a copy and a paste. Right there. Wang Zhang, this is according to Wikipedia. Wang Zhang is a Chinese multinational conglomerate. It's headquartered in China. They're really big on electric vehicles, okay? You ever wonder why we have so much of a push for electric vehicles in America? I've never seen this happen before. It's because the Democrats are all chummy with Wang Zhang. They've been here for about 10 years. It says here. And then they took over Fisker. You ever heard of a company called Fisker? Yeah, those cars went out of business because they're piles of shit. And they went bankrupt at one point. Just thought I'd put that out there. Okay, let's click out of that one. Here's Prometheum. Let's take a little looky-loo about Prometheum because Gary Gensler gave them a special purpose dealer license or whatever it is, a SPAC, not a SPAC, but whatever it is, a very, very coveted. Only 2 companies have this special license. Here's Prometheum. What you need to know about the SEC's poster child for crypto compliance. This is June, about a year ago. Prometheum's co-CEO gave remarks on Capitol Hill that mirrored the SEC. Okay, Prometheum was given a special license nobody in America had. But Prometheum has the backing of Wang Zhang, which is Chinese. But they hired an American CEO, put him in that spot, and he's like, oh, well, we have nothing to do with Wang Zhang. Oh, no. This guy's he's a fucking liar. The article's right here, kind of discusses a lot of these things. I'm not going to get into it too much because I have another article that I want to show and I don't have time. But this was it was investigated by our government and all that stuff, that you've got this company comes out of nowhere, Prometheum, Chinese backed, but now they say, well, not anymore. We got rid of the Chinese. And somehow they got this American guy running the show over there. He's just a puppet. So it talks about, it wasn't just Wang Zhang. There's a company called Network One. Let's take a look at Network One. Let me show you what I did, a little research. Did a little investigation on Network One. S. Harib One. Thank you very much. I appreciate that tax-free donation right there. Really comes in handy. You know what I mean? So there's your Network One. Let's take a little look at that one. So I looked it up, and there's really nothing here. We don't know there's their network1.com, and they're working with Prometheum and Wang Zhang and all these. See, if you look at this Network One, it's also a Chinese company. Oh, but the weird part is it doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't even tell you who's the CEO or none of these things. It's very strange. Okay. So I'm going to click out of that. Now I'm going to show you the One Network One. Hopefully this, not Wang Sheng, that was a rock group. Wang Sheng. All right. Somebody let me know if that's a good link. Crypto She-Hulk, is it a good link that I just sent you? It's a Wayback Machine article. Let me know if that is a good article. Can you see it? Or does it come up banned or blocked or whatever? Somebody let me know. Somebody. I see it, Hulk. Okay. Now, what are we looking at here? This is 2016. Network One Financial. It talks about Richard Hunt. Richard is a CEO of the company. You know, we don't really see who Richard used to work for. If you read this description of Richard, now it doesn't show any pictures or nothing. Normally I get pictures, but this is Web Archive and it is almost 10 years old. And so anyhow, but if you read this, it doesn't sound like an American wrote this. Bill is Chief Financial Officer of Network One Financial Securities Incorporated. Bill is a member. See, when America writes it, it's Mr. Hunt. You don't use first name. So we know the Chinese wrote all this stuff. the people, here's my opinion, the people that are the CEOs and stuff, they're just there because they're American. But we don't even know where they work, none of this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is just a bogus website right here. Let me click out of that. Now, I'm going to show you the next Wayback Machine article from this network. Watch this. And then Crypto She-Hulk, let me know if that came through. Is that a good link that I just sent? Good link. Okay. Now, we're looking here at Network One Financial. It's a Chinese American company. And let's look who the executive team is. Like, look at this page right here. This is 2017. We're looking at everything is loaded. Everything's loaded. Okay. What I did is I clicked on executive team button because I wanted to see who works for them. Look what we got. Some guy named Damon D. Testaverde, William R. Hunt Jr., Richard W. Hunt. So these two guys are probably brothers. And then Michael Molinaro. We know nothing. There's no pictures. I mean, do you see how fucking generic this is? This is that Network One. This is how Ethereum, Prometheum, and all this dumb shit. This is what we got. Fake companies, fake China. You got to admit, this is a fake company. I mean, anybody can figure that out, okay? Let me click out of that one. Now, Prometheum, let me show you some evidence here. Here's the good article. Let's look at Vitalik Buterin for a minute. Because Vitalik Buterin's all mixed up in this Chinese stuff, along with Jed McCaleb and the other people at Ripple. They're all these people are mixed up, okay? Something is going on with the Chinese and all this stuff, everybody. Let's look at this article right here. It's on Decrypt. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin has ties to the SEC darling called Prometheum. This article came out about a year ago. What happened about a year ago is the SEC gave the Chinese company Prometheum, who has Wang Zhang and that Network One as their partners. We already know Wang Zhang. We looked that up on Wikipedia. That's straight up Chinese. Then the other partner, Network One, that's a Chinese company too. Now we got Vitalik Buterin all up in the mix of this. He's probably the fluffer boy giving all these CEOs head jobs and stuff. And what do they give Vitalik? He gets $500,000 because they buy Ethereum. The connection between Ethereum co-founder and Wang Zhang blockchain, although it's been public for years, is suddenly a very big deal. See, because now what happened is this. Okay, so Ethereum starting up had Wang Zhang working with them, and Vitalik was on the Chinese board as their master scientist. Then Wang Zhang gives Vitalik $500,000 for being a fluffer boy. And then now we find out that this Prometheum company, which is the Chinese, Wang Zhang and the Network One, they get a license, a special purpose license nobody in the whole crypto industry ever had. You have an American company, all these crypto companies, they didn't get it, but who got it? Prometheum. This is something here. Prometheum touts that it's the first crypto company ordained by the SEC and a member of FINRA. They're all registered, this, that, and they get the special license. Well, how about that? In 2015, then CEO of Wang Zhang Labs, 2015, formed a relationship with Vitalik Buterin and gave him $500,000 so he could buy Ethereum. Isn't that a security violation? I was just wondering. Sure sounds to me like one. Now, here's we go. Here's where Ripple comes in. Here's where Vitalik Buterin comes in. Here's where everybody comes in. There's a paragraph here right above Eleanor. If you look at Eleanor Tarrant, right above there, 2 paragraphs. Let me read. Buterin was one of several guest speakers at Blockchain Week 2016, a conference co-hosted by Ethereum and the Chinese company Wang Zhang. Guess who was also there? Circle. You know, Circle, who's built on XLM Stellar. They were there. Guess who else? Ripple Labs co-founder Jed McCaleb was there at the Wang Zhang conference, along with Vitalik Buterin. Hello, everybody. Do you see all the roots? Look, some people are like, well, I don't care. As long as I get rich off Ripple, I don't care who they're about. How do you know you're going to get rich? How do you know this whole thing isn't just some big rug pull? You really trust China that much? Do you trust America that much? Who's working with China on the down low with all this? Why is China at the time the biggest Bitcoin miner? Think about this. When I first learned about Bitcoin, all the shit was done in China. Why is that? At first I thought something ain't right with Bitcoin. All the miners are all in China. Then we find out that with Ethereum, the starting point, they're hooked up with Wang Zhang and Network One. These are all Chinese companies. Then you got Jed McCaleb, who started Ripple, with Circle Jeremy Allaire, who started. They're all at the same table with the Chinese. And then Ethereum does an illegal sales, which I'm going to show you right here. Here's the illegal sales, and the SEC does nothing. Now, you got to understand, Crypto Hulk is showing you all this evidence. These other channels do not have what I have. Look at all this evidence. I'm going to do 2 Ethereum drops right now with massive evidence of illegal activity. And look right there, the SEC does nothing. Look at both of those. The first one, Ethereum roadmap, intended use of revenue, terms and conditions of the Ethereum Genesis sale, Ether product purchase agreement. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right there, an illegal sales. Look at the next one I sent you. Terms and conditions. This is a 5-minute disclaimer. This is a total legal in Switzerland, but not in America, Ethereum security sales that was done. The SEC, the Department of Justice, the Inspector General of the United States did nothing at all. See this right here? I'm showing you the evidence. They did nothing at all. Now, and then we got all this Chinese involvement with Vitalik Buterin. I'm not even going to talk about Ripple China. Do you see these other channels in crypto have no fucking clue at all? Fucking amateurs, okay? We haven't even begun to talk about Ripple China. Oh no, the Ripple Chinese community and all that. We haven't begun to talk about Ripple dividend, have we? And the Russian Ripple Russia, let's get into that. With Z Payment, January 2014. Ripple joins the Russian crypto payment network called Z Payment. We've got, do you see all this? This is, and then, you know, you had that digital asset investor guy talking about, well, this Justin Sun guy, he just popped up and blah, blah, and I don't understand all this stuff. That digital asset investor needs to watch Crypto Hulk. Because if he did, he'd understand all of this is a plan with the United States government, with China, with Germany. Ripple's first partner ever is Fedora Bank out of Germany. I've shown all this evidence. Do you see what's going on? Ripple's not a company. It's a country. Ripple's not this thing where it's Brad Garlinghouse and they're a part of it. They're paid actors, okay? Do you know why there's all these non-disclosure agreements? Because this is a top 5 family in the world. Crypto Hulk is breaking it all down right now, so you can see it. I've shown all the evidence. Do you really think? Why do you think the FCC has not done anything? Do you think the Department of Defense just allowed Ripple to make deals with China and Russia and shit? Are you fucking high? The government's in on it. Okay, that's why my channel's so shadow banned. I got 86 people here right now. No other channel has this kind of evidence. All right, I'm showing you stuff now. If you like, the average people watching the show probably don't even know what the hell I'm saying. People that are bankers and financial people are watching this saying, "Oh shit, I did not know." They understand what I'm saying. They just can't believe I'm saying it. Like they're like, "Who's this crypto Hulk guy? How the fuck does he have all this information and facts?" People work in the financial industry, they're just like shocked right now. They totally get it, but they're like shocked. They're like, "Damn, this dude knows like hella shit." And they're thinking, "Well, I work in the industry. I've never even heard this." Yes, sir. It's how we do it here. James Earl Jones, busy working like a slave. Nature of the beast over here. Let's see what we got going on. I think that'll be it for today. Yeah. I got a BBVA article lined up for tomorrow. I got to work on tomorrow's show. Right now it's 7:00 p.m. I should be done by 8:30. I hope. If I can find the news and stuff. But yeah, there you go. Man's Crypto Hulk. I am done. That's your deep dive. We had every article was pretty much a deep dive on that one. I showed you all the connections today. A lot of massive connections. I'm not dissuaded. I'm still going to keep my XRP. See, that's why I'm heavy into gold and silver. Gold and silver coins. So if you want to buy gold and silver coins, let me break down how you do it now. Click on my channel. Go to where it says view my channel. You'll see the home tab, videos tab, shorts, live. Click on videos. Let's see the first video. Okay, the first video shows the 3 Trumps and the big one in the background. If you look below the video about an inch, you'll see 620 views 3 hours ago with 21 products. Go to the far right, you see the word more. Go about 5 to 6 inches to the right, you see the word more. You click on that, you have a drop down. You got Walmart, silver coins, and then I think all I got silver coins, all kinds of silver coins, 21 different. I got sets of them. Go for $185, $1,000, $300, $150, all different price ranges. $4,000 worth of silver coins. Why do I got silver, gold, and silver coins? And all my videos have stuff. It's because when, like, a recession's coming. Crypto's not going to save your ass at all right now. If we have a recession last, or let's say a depression, if we have a depression that lasts 1 to 2 years, your crypto ain't going up. You're not going to be able to sell it. The crypto goes up after all the damage has been done. What's going to go up before? Gold and silver. The dollar might just dump in value. Your gold and silver is going to skyrocket. Get a loan. Get maybe a loan for $3,000 in silver. Don't start overbuying your crypto. If you got at least 2,500 XRP, 5,000, you're fine. You're gonna have lots of millions. But are you gonna make it through the black swan? That's up to you. I'm gonna be doing A-OK. When a black swan hits, I got gold and silver. I haven't bought crypto for 4.5 years. The past year, I've been buying up gold. Everything gold I can, silver. I'm looking forward to a black swan. I'm gonna make a killing, okay? Then when the houses dump and shit, I'm gonna go buy maybe a dream house, one that I wanted for 800,000. Maybe I'll pick it up for 600, maybe 530, something like that. If I want to get a small loan, I'll get $1 million house that's like selling right now for $1 million, and I'll pick it up for maybe 700,000, something like that. Okay. and then take portion of the loan. I'm just letting you know, if you want to be making it like a killing, get some, at least get silver is going to probably go up more than gold. That's just me saying what I do. You're going to have to do what you do. Let me click out of that article. And my name's Crypto Hulk, and that's the end of this show. I'll see you in the morning, hopefully with the show light up tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m.